The oil lamp flickered as the overseer held it closer to the plantation ledger. Among routine entries, there was a hidden column documenting something disturbing: blue eyes, blonde hair, fair skin. All born to enslaved mothers across Louisiana. All from different mothers, yet sharing impossible features. Someone was fathering these children in the shadows. In the late 1830s, Louisiana's sugar plantations were brutal. Enslaved workers toiled 18 to 22-hour shifts during grinding season. Louisiana had the highest mortality rate in the South. Owners calculated it was cheaper to work people to death and buy replacements. March 14, 1837, at Belmont Plantation, Marie, a dark-skinned woman paired with Thomas, gave birth to her second child. The midwife Josephine had delivered over 200 babies, but when she saw this child, she felt genuine fear. Pale skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, completely European features. Marie's first son looked like both parents. This child looked Scandinavian. Thomas refused to accept her. That's not mine. Marie insisted she'd been with no one else. The plantation owner ordered the birth recorded, but the matter kept quiet. The child was named Claire. 14 months later, it happened again at Riverside Plantation. Then again, and again. By 1840, there were 5 children, all with identical blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin. All mothers worked in or near main houses. Overseer Vincent Hebert documented everything. He noticed one name appearing in each case: Dr. Marcus Levine, a respected physician with pale blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Hebert reviewed his notes. Levine had visited each plantation exactly 3 months before each pregnancy. The pattern was too precise for coincidence. Hebert tried to question the women. Marie, I think someone hurt you. Someone you couldn't refuse. Long silence. Even if that were true, what difference would it make? I'm property. Property can't be hurt. Property has no rights. Every woman gave the same response. They had no legal standing. Accusing a white man meant punishment or having children sold. Silence was their only protection. In July 1840, Hebert took his evidence to Judge Thibault. The map, timeline, the impossibility of coincidence. Do you have testimony? No, sir. They won't speak. Even with testimony, enslaved women have no legal standing. Their word wouldn't be taken over a white man's. The investigation closed. Insufficient evidence. The births didn't stop. By 1842, there were 9 children, all connected to Levine's visits. Women began refusing main house assignments, accepting whippings rather than risk being called there. Hebert shared his documentation with other overseers. The story spread through 3 parishes. Then in September 1842, Dr. Levine called a meeting. September 15th, 1842. 15 men gathered at Levine's home. Levine stood before them calmly. I understand there have been questions about these children. Let me be clear. Yes, I am the father. All of them. Chaos erupted. I have conducted a scientific experiment studying racial inheritance. I wanted to prove that European genetic material would dominate, producing children with European features regardless of the mother's appearance. You're talking about human beings. Judge Thibault said, not experimental subjects. The law says these women are property, Levine replied. I have violated no statute. I simply use available resources to pursue scientific knowledge. You've committed rape, Hebert said. Rape is a crime against persons. These women are not legally persons. They are property. The law is quite clear. The logic was monstrous, but legally sound. Louisiana law didn't recognize enslaved people as victims of rape. Why? Someone asked. Knowledge. I've proven racial characteristics can be manipulated through selective breeding. This has implications for everything: slavery, colonization, the future of civilization. Judge Thibault stood, face flushed. Regardless of legal technicalities, what you've done is morally reprehensible. You will leave this parish. Levine smiled. I've already made arrangements. I'm relocating to Texas to continue my research. The frontier offers new opportunities. Within 2 weeks, he was gone. 13 children remained. constant reminders of violation. The mothers struggled. Some tried to love these children. Others couldn't. The recorded fathers abandoned them. As the children grew, their striking looks made them valuable in horrifying ways. Girls were sold for sexual exploitation. Boys became house servants. Vincent Hebert resigned in 1845. He kept his journals documenting everything. In 1867, after the Civil War, Hebert donated his journals to a historical society. These records document a crime that was not legally a crime. They show how treating humans as property created conditions where monstrous acts could be committed without consequence. Judge Thibault tried to pursue legal action, but every attorney said, "No case, no law broken." He died in 1855, haunted by the case. Dr. Levine continued in Texas. The pattern repeated. He died in 1856. His executor burned his journals, horrified by their contents. But the children remained. When slavery ended, they were too white looking for black communities, too black by law for white society. The genetic legacy continued. Even today, Louisiana families occasionally produce blonde-haired, blue-eyed children despite predominantly African ancestry. Most don't know the full story. The real horror wasn't just the births. It was a legal system that made them possible and protected the perpetrator. A respected doctor conducted experiments on humans without consent, violated women with no legal recourse, created children marked by their origins, and walked away without consequences. The children were living proof the system worked exactly as designed, protecting the powerful, denying humanity to the powerless. Vincent Hebert's final journal entry, 1867. I have learned that sometimes the greatest crimes are those that are perfectly legal. Dr. Levine violated no statute. He simply used the system as designed, treating humans as property. The real crime was not what Dr. Levine did, though that was monstrous. The real crime was the system that made it possible. The real crime was slavery itself. This story reveals a complete legal vulnerability of enslaved people and how power could be abused without consequence. Dr. Marcus Levine and the 13 children show how a system built on treating humans as property created conditions where monstrous acts had no legal repercussion. What are your thoughts? Leave your comment below and subscribe for more deep dives into America's hidden past.